Sia and Megha were two best friends living in a small hill town in North India. They had grown up together, studied in the same college, and eventually opened a tiny art studio where they painted, taught children, and lived their dream in colors. But one winter, everything changed. Sia began to fall sick. She felt tired all the time, her body ached, and she started missing work. After many hospital visits, the doctor told them something that shook their world. Sia had blood cancer, and it was already in its final stage. Her life slowly moved from the studio to a hospital bed. She barely spoke, barely smiled. Her bed was placed next to a large window that opened towards an old peepal tree. Every day she would stare outside, watching the yellow leaves fall one by one. One evening, her voice broke the silence. "When the last leaf on that tree falls, I'll know I won't make it," she said softly. Megha didn't respond. She just looked at her friend and smiled gently, hiding the fear inside her. Days passed. The tree outside kept losing its leaves. One rainy night, Megha stood by the window, staring at the tree. Only one green leaf was left, barely clinging to a thin branch. Cold wind and heavy rain shook it violently. But that night, Megha did something that would change everything. She picked up her brush, carefully mixed green shades of paint, and climbed up on a small stool beside the window. Using the wall as her canvas, she painted a leaf exactly where the real one had been. She made it look just like the last leaf on the tree, so real that anyone would think it was alive. The next morning, Sia opened her eyes and looked out. The leaf was still there. "It's still hanging," she whispered, with a hint of surprise. And it stayed there. One day passed. Then another. That leaf never fell. Sia started eating again. She asked for her sketchbook. She smiled more, talked more. The nurses were shocked at how quickly her energy returned. Weeks went by. One afternoon, the doctor came with good news. "She's responding to treatment," he said. "There's hope." Sia cried when she heard that. Then she looked out at the tree. "That leaf saved me," she said. Megha stood silent. Then she slowly walked to the window and touched the wall. "It wasn't real," she said. "I painted it that night. I just wanted you to hold on." There was silence between them. And then, Sia reached out and hugged her. "You didn't just paint a leaf," she whispered. "You gave me something to live for." 6 months later, Sia had recovered completely. Together, they opened a new art school. They named it the Last Leaf Studio. Children came there every day, some healthy, some sick, and learned to paint. Sia and Megha taught them not just how to use colors, but how to hold on to hope. Sometimes, Sia would say, one last dream can keep you alive. And sometimes, it just takes one friend